So spring is in full swing here in subtropical Queensland, Australia, and we are reaping the rewards of hard work that was put in months ago. The cauliflowers that I planted in mid-July are well and truly ready to come out, just in time for the corn to go in.
This one looks nice. That beauty. That's a good one. Another good one. Bit on the small side, that still looks pretty good. Another weird looking one. And very small. Not too bad though. Decent looking one. I think this one was just starting to go to seed as well. Starting to loosen on the side there. See there, it's starting to loosen out, but still edible. Discolor it like a bit of purple, and I think it might be from the sun, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, this one's big. Okay, that one looks pretty good too. That's probably the biggest, I think. And that's all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. May have let them go a little bit too long, but they're still edible. I'll let these ones keep growing. That's exciting.
I sowed these onion seeds back on the 1st of February, so they have been growing for 9 months. You can tell when they are ready to be pulled when they start to flop over. I love growing onions, and I find them one of the easiest things to grow. They are another set and forget vegetable like potatoes that doesn't need any maintenance. You just have to wait a long time for them to get to size.
Oh my god, that one's huge. I'm not sure if you can tell how big that is, but that's pretty damn big. It's like a baseball size onion. Oh, look, there's a white butterfly moth. Like everything's covered. Some good sized ones here that aren't too big, because you don't want them all to be gigantic when you're cooking. And that one's tiny. And this is a weird one. It's like a double. It's 2 in 1. We'll see if I can split it. Oh yeah, that's alright. They split nicely. There's no raw skin there, so they should be fine to cure. Yeah, I think these two are the biggest of all of them. They're the biggest I've ever grown. I'll pull this one out first. That's a decent size. That's a good size. I like that size. There's a little one. Here we go. Oh my God. Look how big that is. I don't know if you can see. Look at the comparison to my head. That's the biggest one yet. I don't even know where to put it. It doesn't even fit. And that one's huge too. A couple of littlies in there that I'll leave. These ones are good size, just a good eating size. Nothing too big or crazy. Decent amount of onions there. Filled up 2 baskets and there's some on the ground. I'm gonna take these down and put them on a drying rack so they can cure. So this is my makeshift onion drying rack for now. I literally have not had a chance to make anything to put the onions on. So this is it for now. And I'm just gonna spread these out. Hope that they don't fall between the cracks. This is what I used last year and it seemed to work fine. They just need a lot of ventilation so that they can dry properly. I still can't believe how big that is. Oh, and it's split too, there's a split there, so that's one's gonna have to be eaten pretty much straight away. So there's probably no point curing that one because it won't last. So you do need to check and make sure there's no splits in them. And I'm just gonna leave all the dirt on for now as well because I want them just to dry. And then once they dry, I can get rid of the outside paper a bit, but I need the layers to dry before that. This is the most onions I've ever grown. I think I need to find a better contraption because I'd rather them hang and not be covering. I don't like that the green leaves are covering the onions because I want to get as much airflow in there as possible. Okay, I've had a change of mind because it's a really sunny day today and I just checked the weather forecast and we're not getting rain. We may get a shower tomorrow afternoon, so I'm gonna pop these back on top of the pots and let them cure in the sun for a day before I put them on this. And I may even get a chance to make something that'll work better than this. So let's do that. So I've laid them back on their beds to cure for a day in the sun before I put them on a drying rack.
I grew potatoes in grow bags this time, unlike the plastic containers in my previous videos. I planted 5 seed potatoes in each bag. This variety was Nadine. Once the mulch was removed, I could see all the potatoes lying on top of the soil. They weren't overly large potatoes, so I'm still learning to grow large ones. I think I need to change varieties. If anyone has some tips on growing large potatoes, please let me know in the comments below. These were in the grow bags for 12 weeks, as these are an early variety. I think that I need to grow late season varieties maybe to get bigger potatoes. It was still a really decent harvest, and I got about 31 potatoes from this grow bag. 33 potatoes from 5 potato seeds is not a bad effort, and they're a pretty good size. Happy with that. This variety is Desiree. The first one was Nadine. Look how dead this one is. May have been from a lack of water. I don't even know where the potatoes are. But we'll soon find out. I planted another 5 potato seeds in this one. So let's see how big they got. So there's none on top of this one like the other one. Okay, there's a couple here. They're not huge. I'll bring you in closer. Okay, so there's a couple there. They're not huge, but they're not too bad. This one is definitely a lot deeper than the Nadine. So I think the Nadine might have been a hilling variety. They're not very red, these ones either, being Desiree. Ah, finally a good sized one. Another one. These are quite deep. I feel like I need to tip this one out because they are so deep. Lord, that was full of dirt. Okay, that's the seed potato. Gross. There's another one. So, all we got was the red ones there. Okay, so this one is White Star. And I just read that this is an indeterminate variety, so this one will probably have potatoes on the top as well, I'm guessing. And it matures within 85 to 105 days, and we're at about the 85-day mark now, so hopefully they're ready. Some of these tops are still a bit green. Oh gosh, it's so hot today. Okay, so I can see potatoes on top already. Don't you hate when you get dirt in your gloves? Making sure there's no potatoes amongst this mulch. Yeah, I'll bring you in close again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
pretty decent size. 14, 15. $16, $17, $18. $19, $20. I'm gonna pick these small ones off so they don't grow again. $21, $22, $23. $24, $25. $26. Ugh. Gross. Ugh, that's the seed, yuck. So mushy. I don't even know where we're up to. I'll say 27. So we got about 31 Nadine, and they were pretty decent size. We got about 21 Desiree, which are all pretty tiny. And we got about 26 White Star, which are pretty small for White Star. I was a bit disappointed. They're usually a bit bigger. The Nadine did the best because they were up here and got more sun, whereas the other two were down there. And the sun doesn't come around to that side until a bit later in the morning, so they probably didn't get as much sun. That's my guess. I'm planting 5 potato seeds in each grow bag. Yeah, I had a pretty good harvest. I'm happy with the Nadine. I'm happy overall. I'm just trying to compare with when I planted 1 seed potato in a container and I got roughly 8 to 10 per seed. So this doesn't quite equate to that. So I'm still not sure. I need to do an experiment growing potatoes in ground to see if there's better results. I'm going to try a different variety next year and see if we can get some larger potatoes, because I'm keen to get big potatoes. White Star is supposed to be quite large, so I did have 1 good harvest of White Star last year. I just don't think the growing conditions were that good for them this year. I will try again next year. That's what it's all about. So I'm going to go plant my corn now. Alright, so it's time for these babies to go in the ground. They're looking a little bit yellow, so I need to get them in ASAP. Okay, so I've just amended this bed with chicken manure, Rooster Booster, which is a slow release chicken manure fertilizer, and worm castings, and I topped it up with the dirt left over from the potatoes I just harvested, just to fill it up because had sunken down quite low from the cauliflowers being in here. You can see a slug right there, gross. I'm gonna have to get rid of that. So yeah, let's fill this bed up with corn. Corn should be grown in a grid pattern so that they can pollinate easily. They are pollinated by the wind blowing the pollen off the tassels and it falling onto the hairs on the top of the cobs. Each hair represents a corn kernel on the cob, so every hair needs to be pollinated to get a full cob of corn. They should be spaced about 20 centimeters apart in rows of about 50, but I didn't have that much room, so they are a little closer together. With bigger spacing, you may get bigger cobs, but we will see the results of this in about 60 days. Sprinklers are working well. That should keep everything watered. And we've got 16 corn in there. And I'm just gonna pop some sugarcane mulch on now and that's done. They're looking cozy in their little bed. It's good to plant things in the afternoon too when it's a bit cooler, so they don't get as much shock, transplant shock. I had to move the onions over here on the top because the sprinkler system wet them and they're not supposed to get wet after they've been picked. So hopefully this afternoon sun will dry them. So I bought this shoe rack from Kmart. It was like $14. I thought, oh, that'll be a great idea to hang my onions on. So I'm going to put that together quickly now so that they can be under cover tonight and get a bit of breeze and dry off quicker. Sometimes you've got to improvise in life. So this shoe rack is now my onion crane rack. And I think it works pretty well. So we've come down to Toowoomba to visit Kevin's dad for a night to go to the Toowoomba Flower Festival. And this is the back of their property, which is basically a big orchard, which I'm totally in love with. It's got this fenced off area, grapevines there, and all these fruit trees. But the one thing I wanted to show you was this gigantic mulberry tree. It's huge and it's absolutely covered in mulberries. So we're gonna pick as many as we can to eat and take with us because there are so many on here. It's loaded. This is their apricot tree here, so I'm gonna have to come back once these are ripe because apparently they taste amazing. And this is their cherry tree, which I tried to propagate once but it didn't actually work, so I need to try that again. There's loads of flowers on this, so that'll be good when it's fruiting. Banana tree. And I've got 2 pear trees here, which I'm jealous of because I really want pear trees. And then a bunch of citrus trees down the back here.
Well, up in the
I
hill.
just need a ladder. There's so many. What's this in there for? A rock?
It's to hold the branches down.
Ah, that's a good idea. I have to have one. Pretty good.
When we got home, I weighed the mulberries on our retro scales and we picked about 1 kilo. I'm going to make a mulberry pie with these this afternoon.
We got a kilo. Yeah.
We also went and looked at some of the beautiful flowers that were in bloom as part of the Toowoomba Carnival of Flowers that is held this time every year. They were absolutely stunning. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see what else I harvested recently, then I think you will love this video.